It's time for you to wave to them. They're going to wave back to you. King of Dirt Sportsman Series. The Stars and Cars working it down the front stretch as we see who brings this one home in 30 short laps. Gino Chevrolet Pessolano going to work its way into the infield. Ladies and gentlemen, a shower of 602 crate power about to send a shockwave on the Albany Saratoga Speedway. The green flag is out. Oh, yeah. Up into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. They'll work their way off the corner, and it will be the lunchbox. Chad Edwards looking to pack the field away as they work their way down into the north side for the first time. Robert Bublak will be side by side with them off at turn number 4 as they come around to click off lap number 1. It will be lunchbox with the race lead in that number 37 machine. Edwards hits first, and it's Bublak in second, and you see a side-by-side panel for spot number 3 down the back straightaway is working him up on the outside. It'll be the 22 of Tim Hartman Jr. Nick Lussier going to drop a couple positions. There's Andrew Buff trying to work his way down on the inside as well as they click off lap number 2 here with 28 laps left to go. Joey Scarborough going to be the first one to make a move down on the inside lane as he'll take the number 2 spot away and get by Robert Bublak for that position. Big time little Tim Hartman Jr. going to follow in right behind him and try to work that inside underneath him. Meanwhile, the car on the move already cracking the top 5 is the 1J of Rocky Warner. He's up into the outside of Chris Johnson looking for a position as he works it off of the corner, and here comes the 1J up into the number 5 position. Rocky Warner first on the all-time win list with 6 career feature event victories in King of Dirt competition as he looks for win number 7. Here it will be the first at Albany Saratoga Speedway in that trim as they bring him down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4 they ride. Here comes the 37 of Edwards. He's going to see Joey Scarborough right on the back bumper of him. About 3 car lanes going to separate first and second now with 5 laps in the books as they power him up off at turn number 2. 4 car lanes going to separate first and second as they carry it down to the inside lane. The 38 of Joey Scarborough trying to work it down on the inside. You see it starting to slicken off a little bit more. Meanwhile, Edwards right there still in the number 1 spot as the field starts to pull away. They're pulling away from everybody else. Rocky Warner looking to try to take the number 4 spot. He's working the top side, trying to get by Robert Bublak for a position down the back straightaway. Warner going to try to squirrel his way down as a car going to slow up off at turn number 2. That's the 5 of Pat Jones and Rob Maxon. Nowhere to go. Going to bring yellow out onto the speedway. Pat Jones with a little bit of trouble getting into the implement tire up in turn number 2, and Rob Maxon with nowhere to go gets into him up off the corner, and that's going to be a tough break here for tonight. Next Generation Roofing, PFC Brakes, R3 Graphics, Race Pro Weekly, Racer's Guide, Redline Graphics, Saratoga Masonry, Simplicity Designs, Speed's Garage, and Stone Motorsports. Those are your sponsors for the 2017 season here on the King of Dirt Tour. Punch green flying going to be in the hand of Richie Peterson. As the lunchbox going to look to refire off at turn number 3 and 4. Rocky Warner already up to the number 5 spot here in this one, who started in spot number 6 as they work their way off at turn number 4. Green flag back out onto the speedway here in this one with 24 laps to go. Up through turn number 1 and 2 this time. Reassuming control will be the 37 of Chad Edwards. Here's Rocky Warner digging it down to the bottom. He's side by side with the 22 of Tim Hartman Jr. Hartman says, no, you're not taking the spot. Chris Johnson almost runs over the front end of the 2 machine of Jack Lehner coming up the front straightaway. Lehner will lose a number of positions, but now JaMike Sowle going to look this one spot out of a top 5 run up off of turn number 2. He currently sits in spot number 6 as he gets by the 33 J. Johnson. Johnson trying to stick his nose back in there, right there, as well as Robert Bublak in there. And here comes Connor Cleveland, working his way up from his 11th starting position, looking to get closer to a top 5 run. But as this happens, Chad Edwards way out in front of this one as he works his way up on the top side. Here's Joey Scarborough down low. One of the Brandon Banditos looking to close in on the 37. Here as they put lap number 9 on the board. Scarborough with a second place run going right now. The 37 of Chad Edwards still out in front of this one as he powers it up on the top side. Here's Joey Scarborough on the inside looking to make it side by side off at turn number 4, but Edwards still just too strong in that Spencer Racing car number 37 machine here with 10 laps in the books. Edwards, your leader. Second sits Joey Scarborough. Then it's Tim Hartman Jr. Rocky Warner sits 4th. JaMike Sowle 5th. 6th is Robert Bublak. 7th, Connor Cleveland. 8th, Chris Johnson. 9th, Nick Lussier. Andrew Buff rounding out your top 10. Then it's Jeremy Pitts, David Schilling, Jack Lehner, Brian Pessolano, and the 14 of Scott Duell. Here as we continue to get through this feature event, as the top 2 continuing to pull away a little bit from the field, things stringing out a little bit up off the corner, but it's going to be with 12 laps on the floor, the 37 machine of Chad Edwards still at the front of this one as the field continues to work its way up into turn number 1 and 2. Hottest battle on the racetrack right now, you could say, is for spot number 6 is Connor Cleveland working on the inside of Robert Bublak for position off at turn number 4. Car up and over on the outside of turn number 3 and 4. The 08 of Jack Speshock up and over off of turn number 3 and 4, and that's going to bring red flag out onto Speedway. Word coming from the scene, driver is okay. So Jack Speshock taking a wild ride in this one, a tough break for the driver of the Donnelly Construction 08 machine. So the red flag remaining out onto the speedway as track crews attend to the 08 up in turn number 3 and 4. A tough break for the driver out of Malta, New York. As the 08, unfortunately, going to have to take the ride on the business end of the wrecker in between turn number 3 and 4. So again, a tough break for the driver, the 08 of Jack Speshock, as he comes down the front straightaway. Speshock doing his schooling out at the Auburn University. Almost about time to head back down to the state of Alabama. And Robert Bublak's at 7th. 8th is Chris Johnson. 9th, Andrew Buff. 10th is Nick Lussier. 11th, the 27 of Jeremy Pitts. 12th, the 20 of David Schilling. 13th, Jack Lehner. 14th, Brian Pessolano. 15th, Scott Duell. 16th, Jim Morgan. 17th, Richie Simmons. 18th, the 42 of Darryl Nutting. 19th, the 12 of John Miller. 20th is the 7 of Michael Sabia. Nick Heywood in the 29, sitting in spot number 21. 22nd will be the 73 of Kevin Chaffee. Then it's the 00 of Jason Gray, the 22 of Jeff Watson, the 40 of Justin Barber, the 24 of Josh Neal, Mike Coffey, and the 96 of Rob Maxon. That'll be your restarting order here. 13 in the book, 17 laps to go. As the 37 of Chad Edwards going to refire off the corner. Green flag is out, and Tim Hartman Jr. looking to make it 3 wide down the front stretch. And you know why, because here comes Rocky. Rocky Warner going to fire it up on the top side. Here comes Connor Cleveland right behind him. Connor Cleveland blew the doors off the 7-11 that time, heading into the restart. And now Rocky Warner going to drive it right up the middle off the corner. Warner to second, looking like Adrian Peterson going up the middle of the racetrack that time as he takes the number 3 spot away and gets by Hartman. The one machine now going to go to work on Joey Scarborough, but as that happens, Nick Lussier goes around. Scott Duell nowhere to go. Car up and over. That is the 34 of Richie Simmons. Duell up on his roof as well as Yellow comes out on the speedway, and it will go to another red flag situation. Just got the word, all drivers are okay. A wild flip on the backstretch as Richie Simmons and Scott Duell both out of the car very quickly. A tough break for the driver of the DODSON Construction, car number 14X machine. As he goes up and over, the 3 of Nick Lussier right there. And that all got started. Lussier got sent around down the back straightaway and just situation where there was nowhere to go up on the exit of turn number 2, and it turned ugly pretty quick up there. A tough break, as I mentioned, for both 2015 out west, and then his latest win coming June 18th of this year at the Utica Rome Speedway. He got the checkered flag, and we were standing in victory lane when the rains came. If you've ever seen me run, that was the quickest that's ever happened. Believe me. Connor Cleveland sits second on the all-time win list. Picked up his first win June 26, 2015 in this event here at the Speedway. And he picked up his second win last year in this event at the Speedway as well. So Connor Cleveland, the 2-time and defending champion of Friday Night Lights this year on a Tuesday. Third, David Schilling. And actually it's 7 guys, tied with 1. Here at the Speedway. Back to the all-time win list, Kevin Ward and John Virgilio both picking up their wins August 6, 2016 and September 5th, 2015. Michael Sabia picking up his win at Lebanon Valley August 25th, 2015. Jeff Watson picking up his win. Just is your all-time win list on the series. The Dirt Track Digest King of Dirt Series lap leaders heading into tonight. Rocky Warner has led 34 laps going into tonight's racing action. Cody Blue is now up to 20. He sits second. Jeff Watson third with 15. Chris Lynch there with 15. Chad Edwards is actually now up to second with 20. If you add the 14 laps he's already led tonight. Are in this event. As next time by, we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. One of the guys in the top 6 going to win this event, or can one of the guys a little further back come at you like a dark horse in this one? We'll find out here shortly. 16 laps remaining left to go in this Sportsman feature event, and what a doozy this is going to be to finish off this wonderful night of racing out here at the Albany Saratoga Speedway. But Chad Edwards has now got the all-time winningest driver and the 2015 champion of the King of Dirt Series to his left. We'll see if Edwards can keep that momentum rolling. Richie Peterson's got the clutch green flag in hand. We're going to go back to green flag racing up off of turn number 3 and 4. The lunchbox going to fire up off the corner. Rocky Warner going to be right there alongside him as we go back to green flag racing. 16 laps to go. We're going green. Chad Edwards going to get the jump up off of turn number 2 that time as he's going to maintain the lead once again. Richie Peterson going to have the popsicle sticks in an exploration as that means it's going to be halfway. 15 in, 15 remain for Chad Edwards as he continues to lead this entire event. As he works his way up here, but now Rocky Warner going to switch lanes and go to the top side. Here comes Tim Hartman Jr. right behind him. He currently still sits third. Joey Scarborough now in fourth. Fifth is the 7-11 of JaMike Sowle. Connor Cleveland one spot out of a top 5 run, really starting to pedal a little bit more, trying to get by that number 7-11 machine here as we move toward the closing stages. Edwards still your race leader up at the front of this one. He's got 4 car lengths separating first and second as they work down the back straightaway. Rocky Warner that time going to drive it in a little deeper as they bring him off at turn number 4. He'll try to close the gap on the back bumper, but don't look now. That's exactly what the 22 of Hartman wants to see as that Perillo Services entry really starting to pedal up off at turn number 2 as the top 3 go back to back to back down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4, they ride side by side for that number 2 spot. Tim Hartman Jr. really trying to get the momentum away from the 1J machine, but just can't do it. We got a battle behind them as now Connor Cleveland going to go top shelf where Mama hides the cookies this time up off of turn number 1 and 2 to try to close in the gap on the 38 of Joey Scarborough. That time he went topside. Scarborough going to stay right in the middle. Cleveland going to go to the low side this time. And now that battle for second continues to heat up right in front of him. Rocky Warner switching back to the low lane, trying to take the spot away, or hold the spot rather, from the 22 machine of Hartman down the back straightaway. Top 5 starting to break away from the rest of the field. Here is 10 to go this time from Rich Peterson as Chad Edwards will slide underneath the flag stand up into turn number 1 and 2. Once again, he's got Rocky in tow, but this is big for Chad Edwards, who's looking to take the point lead back from the Flying Squirrel in this one. Meanwhile, as that happens, car into the inside part of the front stretch. That is the 00 of Jason Gray, and that will bring yellow out onto the speedway. So yellow is out on the speedway as now Chad Edwards has led all 20 so far in this feature event. Chad Edwards, as I mentioned, comes into tonight's racing action. 6 points. Eight points. My math was a little off there. It happens. Behind the 1J of Rocky Warner. Of course, Warner picked up a point for being the overall fast timer here tonight. 20 laps in the books, 10 more circuits going to go around the Albany Saratoga Speedway Oval. As the 1J and the 37 back on the front row, Chad Edwards has picked the outside for the majority of this event. Now they got Connor Cleveland right behind him, and Cleveland's been very fast off the restarts from his 11th starting position here tonight. Is Cleveland going to rock this race for the 3rd time in his career? Looking for his 3rd career victory? Well, Chad Edwards is going to fire off the corner. Rocky going to power to the inside. We're back to green flag racing here with just 10 more laps to go. Up into turn number 1 and 2. Rocky Warner going to try to push the 37 up the backing, but Chad Edwards says, I don't think so. I'm a little bit faster. Up off of turn number 2. Rocky going to drive it in a little bit deeper this time as they're side by side off the corner. He'll try to take the lane away, but at the line, it'll still be Chad Edwards. Throw a blanket over the top 4 as they work their way up their turn number 1 and 2. That time, Rocky Warner puts the electric slide job on him up off of turn number 2, and he'll be your new race leader as they slide him up into turn number 3 and 4. Rocky Warner going to the front of the field, and now the door's open for Hartman to try to take the number 2 spot away. But now Edwards slides back underneath, trying to take the number 1 spot away from Warner up off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch they ride, the top 4 single file. Warner, Edwards, Hartman, and Cleveland right there looking for the number 1 spot off the corner as now Tim Hartman Jr. slides in front of the 37 Edwards. He'll take the runner-up spot and now going to work on the 1J of Rocky Warner. They're side by side up off of turn number 2. as they work their way down on the north side of the Speedway. Edwards going to go back up to the top. Cleveland now going to try the low lane, but now here's the battle for the lead. Up off at turn number 4, they touch a little bit, but Warner still in the number 1 spot at the line. The power it up off at turn number 2. Warner that time gets a little bit loose. Hartman maybe a little stronger on the inside lane as they look into turn number 3 and 4. Richie Peterson's got 5 fingers in the air. 25 are in, 5 to go now for Rocky Warner as they take the number. Go past the flag stand one more time. Warner that time going to cut off the run by the 22. Hartman, but he's going to open the door. Hartman with a head of steam down the back stretch, pulls right back on his back bumper. Here's the 1J working it on the low side. Hartman right there underneath them off of turn number 4, and Rocky's going to put another one in the books this time. They'll work their way up through turn number 1 and 2 as now Tim Hartman Jr. maybe backing off a little bit, cool the tires and see if he can get it rolling for one last run. There's 3 laps left remaining as they cross the flag stand, but here comes Chad Edwards working it up on the top. He ain't done with this one yet either. They'll see the 2 to go sign next time by, but Rocky Warner still working it hard up on the inside lane. For the 7th time in his career, he's looking to take home a win as now they're back to back to back once again. 2 to go sign out on the Speedway, this time for the Flying Squirrel. 28 and 2 remain as Warner has gotten away from the 22 of Tim Hartman Jr. as they push up through turn number 1 and 2. Rocky Warner looking to try to make it stick, but now here's the battle for the number 2 spot. The 37 of Chad Edwards up on the outside, going to try to get back to the runner-up position and get by the 22 of Hartman here with 1 lap left to go. Up into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. They'll power it up off the corner. Rocky Warner down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 7th time in his illustrious career, the Flying Squirrel is going to go to victory lane. Warner picks up the win. Hartman will finish in 2nd. 3rd, Chad Edwards. 4th, Connor Cleveland. And JaMike Sowle will round out the top 5. So the Flying Squirrel will make a trip to victory lane here at the Great Race Place. Rocky Warner nailing down the victory here in the King of Dirt Sportsman event. The extra distance event here for the Sportsman. Rocky Warner going to pick up the checkers. Tim Hartman Jr. and Chad Edwards going to join him down here on the front straightaway. Mike Warren going to make his way down, get a few words with each of the top 3 finishers. As we await that, you folks making your way out of the grandstand area, I want to thank you for coming out and joining us here this evening. Certainly a pleasure to have you here with us. The first ever appearance of the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series. A great event for the modifieds and now an equally entertaining event here for the Sportsman. As we await the Flying Squirrel to make his way out of the cockpit down here in front, the Jake Spraker used cars, 1J car. Making his way out of the automobile, Rocky Warner picking up the victory. Mike Warren already down there on the front straightaway. As Rocky has made his way out of the car, he'll make his way around, and we'll send it down trackside to Mike. Rocky Warner picking up the win here as he will join me down in DKM Fabrications Victory Lane, brought to you by R3 Graphics. Down here in front, Rocky just going over, talk to the other 2 guys quick. I'm going to have him step over here to my left. And Rocky, it's never easy. Never easy at this place, never easy on tour, but for the 7th time in career, you are here in KOD Victory Lane.
Yeah, no, I tell you, I don't think the best car won tonight. I think Chad had the best car, hands down, and you know, the way they do the restarts side by side, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't agree with it, but it gave us the win tonight. Hats off to Chad and Timmy. They ran great races. You know, we had a little slide job going on there and had a little fun and came out on top.
You know, this could be a big week for you on tour going in. You pick up the win tonight. You go into a place where you have never lost on the KOD tour going into Sunday. And, you know, momentum-wise, this can help you going forward.
Yeah, let's not jinx it. But, yeah, definitely. You know, coming to a race like this, you know, like I said, Chad don't run here every week. Hats off to him and their team to come in and even put up the many laps they did. I think no red flags, no yellow flags. They go on and win it hands down. So, you know, sometimes luck's on your side, and I'll take it.
Now, I know you got a lot of people you'd like to thank. I know Jake and Nancy putting together a great card for you.
Yeah, Jake and Nancy obviously give me awesome equipment to be able to do what I do. Fox Shocks, Mike Walton, Fastline, you know, doing their thing here. Uncle Russell and Kevy going to get the belly pans. We forgot it at home. all the fans in the stand that stayed to watch us race, hats off to them. And my whole crew, like I said, I can't thank them enough. They put in endless hours and give me the car I need to be able to do what I do.
All right, Rocky, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, for the 7th time in King of Dirt fashion, Rocky Warner here in victory lane as he picks up the win here tonight at Albany, Saratoga. We're going to move over to our second-place finisher, Tim Hartman Jr. And, Tim, you gave it everything you had right underneath Rocky as soon as he took the lead, but just not enough tonight.
Yeah, I wish I could have got the car a little more there so he couldn't get back to the bottom. As the laps went on, we just kept getting better and better. And with the way we've been running here, it's a great night to be able to run second. Just got to thank Mike Perillo for the race car he gives me, my dad, Kyle, Tommy in the pits for all the work that they do. Everybody that works on this race car, we're making some gains.
Now, against this field, of course, it'll be pretty much the same field and a few more guys you'll see in the Northeast Crate Nationals, which you were the winner of a year ago. Is this a good test session for that?
Yeah, tonight was sort of a night where we could try some things without it affecting our Friday night program. And we threw some stuff at it and definitely got better. So, track conditions, I'd say the Nationals probably end up about the same place as this. So definitely a good note-taking night.
All right, Tim, congratulations. Tim Hartman Jr., our second-place finisher. Got to step over to our third-place finisher tonight. And Chad Edwards had a great run going. Just let it slip away in the last few laps. A tough one for you, Chad.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll take third. It's a good run. Unfortunate to have a few extra cautions, but got a little slide job action there on that last restart, but that's all right. We'll take third.
Got to have a lot of people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, Tom and Sharon Spencer. Tom puts a lot of money into this, and just try to have a good time and have fun.
All right, Chad, we'll see you on Sunday out at Utica Rome. Ladies and gentlemen, Chad Edwards, our third-place finisher here on tonight's King of Dirt Sportsman feature event. Rocky Warner with a 7th career King of Dirt win on the tour, and he will continue to increase his points lead as he got as many points as he possibly could tonight here at the Albany Saratoga Speedway with the fast time, the heat race win, and the win here tonight. That'll do it down here at DKM Fabrications Victory Lane, brought to you by R3 Graphics. We'll send it back up to Dan one last time.
Well, thank you, Mike. Congratulations go to the Flying Squirrel down there in Victory Lane. Tim Hartman and Chad Edwards as well. They're top 3 in our Sportsman King of Dirt special event. So to all of you folks who are here with us tonight, if it was your first trip here to the Albany Saratoga Speedway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you back again here real soon. Certainly a pleasure to have the whole Brett Dale production crew with us as well, along with the KOD group. We'll see more of the KOD this year. Rob Hazer's gang here with us as well. So that is going to put a wrap on tonight's racing program for Jay Severson up here in the tower, along with Mike Warren, the voice of the King of Dirt, Jeff Allen, the voice of the Short Track Super Series. My name's Dan Martin. Glad to have you with us here this evening from all of us here, the staff and management at Albany Saratoga. We hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll see you back at the track.